Hello, friends. Namaste. Good morning or good evening, everyone. This is Lavanya. I live in Australia. So I'll be the host for this session with divine blessings of Dr. Brahmashi Subhash Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji. Let us start our today's session. I would like to welcome you back to the Divine Breath YouTube channel, PSSM Australia, initiative of Pyramid Spiritual Society Movement. Please do subscribe the Divine Breath YouTube channel. We began our journey with this book called Soul's Journey by Peter Richelieu with our very own pyramid master, Prasanna Medisetti from Houston. So let me give you a recap of our last session. That was the day 6. Our author, Peter Richelieu, met his girlfriend, Daphne, and then Acharya took all of them to this academy where Devas and many of the other human kind of beings were performing the music performance. And later on, Daphne took our Peter Richelieu to her very own place where it has a beautiful garden and her a lounge, a bedroom, and with many specifications as it would be in the in our world. And our author was amazed with the colors, beautiful colors of the garden. And then later on, they spent a lot of time together and had a good time. Then that day, Acharya had asked Peter Richelieu to write all the things which had happened during that astral travel. Then Peter Richelieu wrote all the things as usual. He started again to do the astral travel the next day on his own effort without Acharya being guiding him. So that day he tried 2-3 times. Then he was succeeded at the last time and he was able to meet Daphne, who was in the third sphere in the astral travel. So later on, Daphne and um, Peter Richelieu had a good time, uh, where Daphne even played music for Peter Richelieu. Then Peter Richelieu, he came back to this astral world, and he was so feeling so good about himself as he has done the astral travel all alone by himself for the first time. And he then wrote all his whatever the things which has happened in during the time where when he met Daphne. Then now he's waiting for Acharya to come and meet him. So that was all about till the day chapter 7. Now our Prasanna would be taking us to the next session. That's chapter 8. Prasanna, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lavanya. I think I'm not on mute. Okay. Thank you. Now let us go go into the chapter 8. So here, because in Henry's life, there is a regret sometimes that he could not tell his love that he loves her also. But all that now he is feeling that, okay, it's a now that regret is gone because he is having a fascinating experience of meeting her, his love in the astral world, and able to communicate with her and able to go again and again whenever he needs, because once he succeeded means he can go anytime that he wanted to have it. He was so excited about it. He came back and he wrote all his own travel experiences, and he's ready for the acharya, and he's just looking at the watch. It's when that 11 o'clock will be done, right? Because 11 o'clock is our time. So so as soon as he saw the watch, and he heard a sweet voice saying that, hi, well, Henry, so you succeeded. So you learned something on your own. So you accomplished. So he'll say that you accomplished, that you succeeded. So by listening to that voice, he turned around and see. He said, "I admit. Now I admit that there are so much beyond the death. It is not, death is not the end of the story. Death is not the end of the world. There is a life continues. It is just changing the dress and life continues. And with this particular grief, the brother passing away, here I learned so much things, so many facts. In fact, I'm so much indebted to you. That's what he says. With you are doing a selfless service by coming to me and saying all this, giving the all this wisdom. I'm so much indebted. He said, no need. You no need to be indebted, because for everything it's a purpose. So he had a purpose of, he had his own purpose. Whenever the knowledge was given to you, it is not that just to keep for himself, right? He already got an idea that he wanted to, he's writing all his experiences. So through him, what is his purpose? Through him, he wanted to send this knowledge to the entire world. That is the purpose. That is for that purpose this Henry was chosen. So he is saying that you need not feel that you are indebted to me. Knowledge was given to you in order to spread this knowledge to the entire world. Okay, that is why this knowledge is came to you. All these are the sequence of events, that because he should long for it. So how, when he will be longing for it? When his brother was passed away, then only, right? So all these are the sequence of events that leads to this particular thing. So he said, like, okay, Acharya, can you read my report? Because he was so excited, right? So he did it on his own. So, Acharya, can you read my report? He said, yes, yes, I'll read your report. But before that, I also want to read the report that we have done the astral travel together. Because second astral travel, they went and they just saw this. There was symphony music, all those things, right? Orchestra, all the things that they see, they saw. So he wanted to read that particular report also. So he showed all his report, because all the last 2 days reports he's showing that. He was very pleased, because all my tuition, like whatever the tuition that I gave, you are practicing it and also you are recording it. So you're a good student and you are doing it extremely well. Okay. You're so much, your interest is, so there is a lot of keen interest in learning the things and remembering the things also. Because if you are doing it very casually, like whatever we are doing the astral travel, right? We are all doing the astral travel, but we are doing it very casually. We say that it is all just the dream, and we forget. So even if suppose even some soul comes to you in the dream and they try to communicate to you, what you will feel? You feel that, okay, because of my love and affection on them, I just remembered them. That's all you may feel it, right? But that is not true. The truth is that you went to the in the sleep, you went to the astral travel, you really met them in the planes, in the first planes or second planes. But that you may not able to recognize. That's what, if you are actually, because even in the astral travel he was so conscious, he wanted to remember and he is writing all the things. So this is what they are saying. So you are also putting a lot of efforts in remembering all the things and reproducing all the things now. But now that you know, like where you are actually doing, because why I'm taking every time to the London is because from that it is easy to go there, because those are the places that even the brother went, and yeah, and you know that places. That's why I'm just taking you to that London and taking from there. But now that you are successful by yourself, you can do your astral travel from Colombo itself. Need not go to the London. You know, like how you can go, right? How he can go from one place to another by remembering that particular place, by remembering that particular academy or whatever the place in that plane. If he mentally imprint himself in the mind, then he can go. So now he know the technique how to go. So when you know that technique, you can go. Because if he told that Colombo, the astral plane, he himself is not so familiar, because London he was familiar so much. So when he took into the astral plane, first astral plane is always similar to the physical plane with a less noise. That's all, right? So he took it. Now he is saying that you can directly go from here. And also I took you to that Daphne, a bit of higher planes. where the Daphne is living, because Daphne is living almost in third plane, right? So I took you there because you will get to know, and you, even without me, you can go there. That is why I encouraged Daphne to show her cottage to you, so that whenever you did not find her in the room that she's learning in the academy, then you can directly go there and see that. And also, I'm very surprised that you didn't get fear when you are actually blurring out and moving your body from that place, all by, because previously, whenever our master is there, Acharya is there, he used to ask him to hold the hand and then he is taking, right? Because so that he'll not have that fear. But when he gone on his own also, even though the first time he just came back, he tried again and he went immediately. So I really feel proud that you didn't get the fear and you are able to go and actually do that astral travel and do it. In most of the people, they go because the moment they feel that they are doing the astral travel, they get fear, it seems. As long as you feel that it is a dream, you will not get fear. When you feel that time, if you feel that okay, I left my body and I'm doing the astral travel, if you get that feeling, immediately you shake and you'll come back, it seems. Because you feel that you left your the beloved physical body somewhere, right? So that is where you feel like, oh, I have to go back, kind of thing. So but you know, knowingly, consistent, knowingly he went, right? He just left the body. He saw the body lying in the bed, but still he went, and without any fear he did that astral travel. So and that you, and also you remember all the experiences that you have gone through in the astral plane. So this is exceptionally good that you have done. And that's what he's saying, like there are people like who will get fear and they'll come back to the physical plane immediately whenever they have this kind of experience, when they know that they are doing the astral travel, but they are forced to do after a period and might run into two or more. Yeah, they will be so there are people who will force to do, but they will not unless they did not remember, only they will do this astral plane, otherwise they will not do. Because the people who left you, suppose let us take that, the people, the very near ones are leaving you and they went, you are forced to do the astral travel because they are calling you constantly, they are coming to you, you are forced. But as long as you don't know that it is an astral plane and it is just the dream, then you are fine. You're fine, because you say that, oh, last night my father or whoever, right, whoever passed away, he came into my dreams and he said that, you remember it as a dream, that's all. So that time you will not have any problems. But that time when you are doing that, if you say that it is an astral plane, it is a difficult now. But now that, because whoever is attending, right, when the dream comes, if you feel that you are in the astral travel, that time if mind works, and if you may get shivering. That is what the other is trying to say. When you get this knowledge, before that also you must have seen some souls who passed away, but that time you are thinking it as a dream. But now that you are aware of that it is not the dream and astral travel, then you may be getting fear, but never mind, it is a normal. That is what he is saying. It's never mind, it'll be normal, it'll happen. And many souls, like, so what happened, the souls, when we went to the astral travel, what will happen, what will happen to them? So how many days they will be there in the astral plane? I told you there are 7 layers of the planes, right, in the astral planes. So how many days they will be there? They will be there in each plane. That is actually depends upon the soul's mind only. It is not that it is not equal for everybody. Like in the earth, we are not equally living, we are not equally matured, right? Similarly, depends on your maturity, depends on your level of understanding, you will be there, you will be living astral plane. Suppose in the first plane it is more or like the physical plane and you are able to contact with the physical people and all that. So how much ever you have that kind of longingness with towards the earth, right, that much you will be there in the first plane only. If you don't want to progress, if you want to be like a contact, get in touch. That is why many people who committed suicide, they will always be in the first plane. That is what they say, because they haven't finished their life purpose. They agreed to some of the agreements and came to this earth, and but they have not finished their things, and they left. And there is no astral helpers also coming and helping them. Okay, no, 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 you should not be here, come up. They are not also asking, right? They're just leaving those souls, because you have committed a sin. You go and find out your path. That's how it is. Because in the astral world, the biggest sin is committing a suicide, because you are actually violating your agreement. Suppose if you are doing some murderer or something in the earth plane, but after death you will have it, you will have your own punishment, but that punishment was not be given by anybody, that will be given by you only, because they will show you what you have done. As a soul in the astral plane, you will get to know that you cannot say that this is right, because you'll get to know that what you have done is right or wrong. You yourself can judge, nothing, nobody is going to judge that, but only thing that they will be so showing in the purgatory period is they'll show you all your events, what you have done, good or bad, like a real movie reel they'll show, so you will judge yourself. But in case of this suicide people, they will not show, they will not actually, they will not even go, they will be earthbound souls, that's what they say, because the moment they committed suicide, the moment the soul is out of the body, they feel like, okay, I have done a mistake, I have committed a mistake, I should not have done this. When you feel that you should not have done that, then you wanted to do something to the earth again, right? So you wanted to do that, this and that, so you'll become there, going there. Maybe after so many years, if somebody comes or something happen, then you may start your journey to moving to the other planes. But that is about the suicide people. But other people, suppose if you are so much bonding towards the earth plane, wanted to go and meet these people all the time, maybe you will spend more time in the first and second planes itself, because those are more closer to the earth planes, right? So the moment you know, so there also the ego means, ego is not all the time, it's not a negative word. Ego in the sense that's me kind of thing, right? It's me kind of thing. So there also in the astral plane, if that ego urges, ego, what it will urges, what is this life? How many days you will be here? You have to progress. That ego should come to that soul. Okay, whenever that ego urges, the body moves from the one plane to the another plane in order to learn it. So there also, why we have to know all this soul knowledge is, if you know that, if your soul knows that these are the planes and this is how the life goes on, so what will you will be having it when you know. Suppose when you go to, let us take, you went to a vacation to some unknown place, let us take, when you go to the vacation unknown place, you will just see the around that, and then you will see the maps around it, and then try to explore the things. Similarly, suppose you already know, before you go to that place, you already know that what you want to see, what will happen, you won't waste any of the time, right? Okay, first day I want to go here, second, you will have your own clear cut plan. Similar here, this is also similar thing. When you don't know anything, what you will do when you go to the astral plane, you will just try to see whatever there's there in the around, and then try to explore. And then you at some point you may want to learn the knowledge of what is this planes, what will happen to your life next, all those things you may learn from somebody else or in the books or whatever it is, right? Then you will go. Suppose if you know that that intellect you are incorporating in the earth plane itself, so you will know the path. So, okay, 1 year I'll enjoy here. I'll be in contact with my relatives or friends, or I wanted to do, I want to see how they are doing. All the things you may see it, and after that you may moving on. Now it is done. I'm just moving on, something like that. There are people, what they are saying, there are people who will not have any interest in going and learning the other planes. There are some souls who will be there in first, second planes for hundreds of years. 200 to 300 years they will be there, it seems. So they wanted to see all the things, because they are so much attached with this physical life itself. So in the astral plane also, they are trying to enjoy these pleasures, even though they are illusionary, they are trying to enjoy it. So we are saying that in the earth plane, whatever it is there, this is all temporary, this money is not important, you should love each other, we are all telling. But still, the moment the class is over, what we are doing next? Same thing, right? We are actually saving our money, looking after our kids, something like, though we know some of the knowledge, we are trying to do the thing. Similarly here also, the people, they wanted to be in that pleasure, kinds of pleasure only. But those, there are souls who may pass in a 1 year to the higher planes. There are souls who will be there to 200 to 300 years in this planes itself, because they do not want to progress, they want to enjoy. But after the 200 300 planes, then that ego urge will come, what am I doing all these days, right? So I have to go, that vehicle, that inner ego will come. Then they will move on to the next planes. That is what he is trying to explain. So then when in this particular, today we are actually going to talk about this second death. First death is removing our the physical body. Second death is like leaving our astral body, how we can leave our astral body, right? So that is what today's concept comes. So he is all telling about that leaving the astral body also not an easy for all the people. Like we are clinging to the physical body here in this world, there in the astral world also people will be clinging to that astral body because they can enjoy all the pleasures. Okay. So first and second is that, and third plane, those who reach to the third plane, there you will have, that there are so many schools are there. In that schools, happily you can learn without paying any tuition. You can learn whatever you want. Nobody will ask you tuition, and nobody, you will not get tired. How many days you wanted to spend in a one particular place, you can spend, and you can spend in the libraries. What, there is no need to earn money, there is no need to protect anybody, nothing. Whatever your intellect you wanted to improve on, you can just improve on. So that you can do in the third plane happily. So there you will see that a lot of musicians, artists that you have seen, right? In the third planes, people are learning the piano, learning all those things. Craftsmen are, so many craftsmen will be there, and we have seen the people who are actually learning the group Johann Stas, that the music he is playing, even the music Johann Stas there after going there. And we also see that that Devas evolution, like which are coming from the fish and birds, happily becoming elemental and then natural spirits and fairies kind of thing. But when you go there, you may be feeling that this particular evolution is very good than being a human being and taking that 500 to 600 births on this earth and taking all the experiences and going, then only we can go and merge with the god. This is too much. Instead of going to the fish or bird and then become elementals and then become a natural spirits and then fairies and working with the nature, this is so good. Even if you think that also, you cannot go to the from one kind of evolution to the other kind of evolution. Our evolution, human evolution, is from mineral kingdom to plant kingdom to animal kingdom to human beings, right? So only this only will go. That for them it is all like birds, fishes, and then elementals, natural spirits, and fairies and devas. That is their evolution. Only in the exceptional cases a person may go from this side to the that side. It is not a normally it will not be happening. That is what he is saying. Even though you feel that it is a very good, it won't go in normal cases. People may say, right, some people may born as a, you must have read in some of the Puranas or anything, like they born as goats or they born as dogs kind of thing. So these are all actually in the same evolution. If you take, you may go to the back, because it is also, we say there is only the going forward only, there is no going backward. But in very exceptional cases you may go, because when you are what do you say, when you are petting, when you are raising a dog or anything, if you like it so much and you want, so some cases only it will happen, not all the time. So all the time it is only that purogamanam, there is no tirogamanam. That's what they say. It's only the, you are going to advance only every time, not that you are going to go back. Advance in the sense, again the question comes, people advancing in the sense, now that I was born as a middle class person, so next life can I born as a rich person? So that is not an advancement. That is, it is all in the physical plane. You are thinking that middle class is a lesser than the rich person. In the next life, you may think, you may want to go and take the experience as a very poor person who doesn't have anything, but still you want to struggle and come up. That may be your experience, that you want to take it. As I told you, in the earth, we are just coming here to take the different kinds of experiences, how that feels like. We are just playing the roles of the different kinds, that's all. So in that case, that is not the thing. So the thing is that you will be born as human being only. That is what it is. Okay. And also the soul's knowledge, once you got some soul's knowledge now in this lifetime, you will, from next life when you start, you will start from there. It is not that everything will be, that will be part, that will become the part of our intellect. So whenever you have some kind of, that is why you see some of the people comes to this kind of a spiritual path, and they grow very fast. And some of the people, they will be here for 20 years, but very slow growth will be there. Grow very fast in the sense, it is not that they are growing very fast in this lifetime itself. They have done all that in the previous lifetimes, and they enjoyed the worldly pleasure for 30, 40 years, and then comes here. Then their ego starts, okay, now you go here and start. So that's why it's a soul science. Whatever that your spiritual science you learn, that will be there, that will become the part of your intellect. Unlike your physical sciences that you are learning, once the next lifetime comes again, you have to start, but this is not the case. Even you have to start at one point, but you will reach to that point with no time. So that is the thing. So that is what he is explaining. So next time he is starting, like now, the academy from the Colombo itself, you can just go to that academy. And that is what he did it in the second on his own travel also. He has that academy in his mind, and he traveled from Colombo to the thing. That's what he say, that is a splendid effort, directly going from Colombo to that academy. And also, when you didn't find the Daphne, going to the cottage again, because he remembered that cottage, and explaining all the things, and you remember all over here. That's a very good thing. You remember everything, the things also. And here he is also saying, usually the roots are the tree, the roots are in the under the land, right? That's where and the plant is coming up. For our human beings, it's like Ashwatha Vriksha. The roots are upwards. Our roots are upwards. We are coming. We are taking the life as a branches on the human being now, human in the human form. Now our roots are always in the up. So we are going to our roots. We are going to, because we are, when we are dying means we are actually going to our own home. To our true home we are going. That is what it is. It's nothing but going to the true home. Okay. A man evolves along the road that is set before him, and he actually under the control and guidance of the group of adepts who are perfected man. So you are saying that the people, some of the people are, suppose if you say something, right, if you are saying that go and do the meditation, out of 10 people only 1 or 2 people will listen. 8 people will not listen. You may say, you may get frustrated also, why these people are not listening, this is so much good, why they are not listening? Can you tell me the reason why they are not listening? Any type answers? Yes, fairly new soul. Yeah, depends on the soul's thing. Because when the soul itself in the initial stages, why they will listen to the meditation and all this soul knowledge, right? Because they just evolved. They are just babies. Okay, when they are babies, they don't want to hear all those things. That comes only at the end of, like, that is what, only in the last 50 incarnations only you will start evolving all these things. Remaining all the lives is coming and taking the experiences and going. That's all we are doing. So in the only in the last, that is the reason you need not get frustrated, because you, as a human being, you may not know, when you are taking as a human being form, you may not know which is the what do you say, the new soul, or a baby soul, or an young soul, and what is a matured soul or transcendental soul. You don't know. That is why you will tell everybody. Only those matured souls will listen to you. That is what you have to take. So the souls who doesn't listen, who are not listening to you, it is not that, it is not the fault of them. It is their evolution. That's all. We have to take it that way. If they are not listening, they are not bad. They are doing so. That is why everyone is actually going to the preset of things only. So when that preset of things going, suppose as a baby souls, if they are listening means they are using that free will. They have that free will, right? So 20 or 30% only will come as a as per the law of law of karma or whatever, right? That comes. But the remaining 70%, you can do whatever you want to do it as per the, in that free will. If you are going to that path, then you can evolve fast. That's all. So as I told, some people will take 500 to 600 incarnations. Some may go to that level in 200 incarnations. So that maturity comes so fast. That's all. So they will move from baby soul to young soul, and young soul to matured soul. in a less number of incarnations. And these are the in the lifetime you may come as a masters. The different people comes as a masters, the guidance people, right? Guided, they comes as a masters in your life and take to their, so to take them to them in their arms, and they'll try to teach you what needs to be done, right? So this is where there is a concept of called a spiritual children, spiritual soul, or the spiritual children, right? So not that everybody is a biological children. Whatever we have are the biological children. So there will be different spiritual children that you will have. Suppose you are taking care of 10 people, you are teaching them, so you are taking them, they are your spiritual children. In the spiritual the other concept, like in the spiritual tablets concepts, what they say is, if your children are suffering for something, you have to take care of your spiritual children in order to grow, then automatically this problem will solve. So that's a beautiful concept. There's another concept where Dr. GK, if you are actually coming across his talks, he talks about all the things, right? For every disease, you will have something that the quality that you need to correct in yourself. He'll give every disease. Suppose you got thyroid, this is the disease, that this is the reason that it came, and you have to correct your behavior in this way. If you got a diabetes, this is this is where you have to correct your, how much deviation you are from your life purpose. You come with some life purpose, how much you are getting deviate, all those things will be there. So that is why these masters will come to our life, and they say that what is the path, and try to tell how we can go align with our life things. And there will be 5 stages of initiations in our things to come into all the 5 stages. When you crossed only, then only you will match, then only there won't be any need to come into this physical world. Otherwise you have to come, even if you reach the first stage, second stage, you have to come back and do something. Whatever you are doing may be different. Okay, suppose you reach the 4th stage, but still you have to come to this physical world and help the others to reach to that level. There whatever you are doing may be different, but all the 5 levels when you crossed only, then only there won't be no need to come to this world, and you can solely reach to your merge with your highest self and merge with your thing, and then you will become a creator. From there you will create the souls, and you'll try to so that's a concept of higher self concept. Okay, that we will see later when we come to that kind of thing. Okay, then he is saying that okay, you wrote all the things, but you also there is a one soul that we told, right? There is a one soul which is in the symphony. She is all alone singing in the plant, in the tree. So these are also some of the special people, where they do not want to interact with it, but they just want to silently send their energy to the thing. And also you forgot to remember, he is saying that you forgot to notice that there are so many souls which are hanging around when that particular orchestra is going on. There are so many souls which are hanging around in the around that tree, right. So what do you think? Those are not, those didn't come as an audience. Like in the earth plane, when some people are singing, the other people will come as an audience just to see and enjoy it. But those people did not come as an audience. What they are coming is, they are all sending their energy to that whatever they are doing, and all this energy they will send to some other place. Suppose if something is happening in the earth plane, they generate this energy and send to that earth plane, but for the thing that they are doing, so that the thing will go faster, and they may achieve the thing that they wanted to have it. That is what they are saying. Okay, this is the one you forget, but that's okay, because he didn't notice that one, why those souls were came into. And also another point he is mentioning is, there are different people. The small people came, that's small people came, some devas came, and all the people, different people. Not all of them are in the same evolution level. They are at the different level. Some of them are even less mature than you. That's what he is saying. Henry, more than Henry also, there are people. But if you see, nobody is commenting on the other people's thing. Everybody is coming, and actually they are doing their level. Whatever they want to do, they are doing, and they are stopping, and next level people are coming. When the less matured people or less knowledge people come, and they are actually doing that music, none of them have commented or anything. They just listened very carefully. Here is the thing, what they are saying is, here everybody is committed to their work. That is what he's trying to teach us. Everybody is committed to their work and they don't interfere the other people's work because they understand that they are less mature. Here, what we say, no, some people are not doing anything. Okay, how come she does that? How come he does that? Because we try to judge them, isn't it? So we don't feel like they are actually less mature. There, he is what he is saying is they are less mature. That is why they are doing that way. He is not actually. Nobody is commenting that. That is, they are respecting each other very well. That is what he is trying to tell. And also the Daphne is going to, yeah, next one is a Daphne's room and all you explained very well because he's reading the notes, right? He's while reading the notes, he's commenting. You explained very well and your attention towards the details were good there, obviously, right? You may have a special attention there in her cottage and you observed each and everything and you put your questions there to her like why this bedroom is required, all that thing he asked her, right? So these are, and in future talks, you both will get benefited from each other. That's what he is saying. Both, but Daphne will teach you something, and you will be able to teach her something. So your determination to remember is very nice, and you have very success in this. That's what he is saying. The urge you felt to try yourself is very great thing because once you tried and you didn't succeed, you didn't sit quietly and you wanted to try. If you have this kind of urge in learning the things, you will be able to grow spiritually also very fast because you have that urge of knowing the knowledge and also proving yourself. You wanted to prove yourself also, that is there, so you can learn those things. Very good. And different yeah, as he said, there will be the different arts, and now he is taking him to the fourth level because from third level to the fourth level he is explaining. Now the if you go to the fourth level, you see a less traffic, less noise. People will not actually there you find a lot of musicians, artists, doctors, all those people you will see, and they are actually not interested in teaching now because until the third plane there are academies, people are teaching, people are learning all the things, right? There, once you go to the fourth plane, they are not much interested in teaching. They wanted to practice for themselves, they wanted to learn for themselves and do some research. There you will find a lot of doctors also, a lot of scientists also who are actually doing research in that. And what they try to do is, that's what when they try to do something, they are, because in the earth plane some will do some research, and on the top of it the research will be gone in the astral plane. When they found that results without guinea pigs, they can find the results. That's what they are saying, they can find that. But those results, they will incorporate, they'll send that energy to the people who are actually in earth plane, who are working on that. That is why I always say that any scientist, if you take that great invention that they have done, they'll say that when they are taking the afternoon nap, they got some idea. Now, when they are in the dream, they got some idea. So even Einstein, all the things, if you see, right, if you see how they got the ideas, that those will be like that, because there will be same parallelly. The research will go on there with the knowledge, but they will also give you the knowledge. They try to give you the knowledge because when you are awake, when you are in the physical world, they cannot give you, right. So only when your mind is switched off, then only they can give. So that time only they will try to give you all the knowledge over here. That is the that you can see in the fifth plane. Okay, fifth and sixth spheres are almost like considered like one first and second is one bunch, where mostly the physical plane, right? Like a physical plane. Third and fourth are like learning mostly. Fifth and sixth are like they are actually so much intellectually growing people. Those people will be there. And seventh is the one where you are actually uniting and you are only going with an intellect only. And again, you have to do start your low clothes and then your dress and overcoat. You have to come back again from seventh. So these are the he explained like overall picture, like how they will be there. Okay, all these levels, the here world economic problems were also discussed there with a lot of those meetings will be gone for weeks and weeks together, it seems. You cannot see these meetings because the moment 8 hours is over, you have to go to your physical body. the people who came, right? So you cannot be there in these meetings, but if you can be there, you can learn a lot, because there's will be learn they will be discussing about the world economic problems, how they can be improved. Suppose with the increase of the population, because the food needs are getting there will be a lot of food needs, right? The production is less, and how we can improve, what are the different kinds of crops that we can introduce, and what are the different techniques that we can introduce. All this research will go on here. That's what his all the research will go on there, and they will be able to send the knowledge from there only. So all these things they can see in the fifth and sixth planes very happily. Okay. These are the levels where where the human beings are interested in growing the shortage of food for the humanity and increasing by millions each year. So all these things, and what are the different new cultivation techniques will also be discussed and also experimented there, and they will be slowly adapted by the mankind. From the knowledge will be given here, and that will be slowly adapted by the mankind. And also he talks about these things like the world tornadoes, all the things, cyclones, earthquakes will come, right? You may be wondering why these people, when all are equal, and when we are guided by the others, then why these are equal? If you see what he is saying is, if you see these people, they are not living in a normal conditions, they are living in a below standards only, those people who are living those things. And in order to improve their conditions only, these things will come. Some of the time cyclones and all, they comes, because when it comes, like three-fourths of the people or half of the people may get vanished also. And for the remaining people, they will have that better conditions, because they'll try to construct the new homes, new things, all the things, right? So when these people are going there, these devas kingdom people, they work a lot and make them understand that you come for good only. You come for the good for the astral planes, and next time you go back, there the conditions will be different, and whoever is left over, the conditions will get improved for that only. So these people, for all these things, causing, who causes is like all this will be taken care of by the Deva kingdom. That's what they are saying. Whenever some earthquake should come, or all these natural things or natural calamities or natural disasters will be taken care by this, are created by, and after that taken care by this Devas kingdom. Because they are the one who are working on that particular thing, not the human beings. These people will be working on that. And also what they say is 80% of the people who are living there, they manifest it, it seems. Because when they are living there, they also manifest that, okay, anytime the tornado may comes. Because in their mind also, they think that the tornado will come, that may happen, this may happen, kind of thing. Because that is why we say that in this, right? You are manifesting, your thoughts are manifesting your reality. You are creating your own reality, right? So here, the people living around there also manifest those things. It is not just that coming. So 80% of the people know that it will come. So that's why some of the time when the thought is coming, don't entertain these bad thoughts. That's even from the small kids. If you say, right, if you are actually saying go and get something, you may say that you may caution them, saying that don't break it, don't break it. See, so many times you must have observed, the moment you are actually repeating that don't break it, the child also will have that psychology that I may break it, or I will break it, kind of thing. So that kind of thing will get manifested. Likewise, here also saying, actually, these people will manifest these kind of calamities. The people living around there. Okay, these devas control these cyclones and earthquakes, and they'll take that the human experience to change from the current situations to the next level situations, the next things. So that is about this thing. He talks about all the different things in this chapter. This is all theory, right? Acharya is actually trying to explain how the things are there. Okay. Mm, uh, so seventh and eighth, what he's saying is seventh, which is the last plane. It is very hard to explain, because there's no words, there's no talk, everything, nothing, nothing. It is only with the thoughts the people will talk, and all the things. So I cannot explain the seventh plane. Only you can experience when I take you there. That is what he is saying. It is very hard to express it in a language. That is what he is trying to say, that. Okay. Mm, And there are the men, these are there are the people, Devas kingdom, so they will be living there. Whoever the earthquakes and all is happening, right, they will be praying also for the mankind. They'll pray a lot, because whenever this earthquake is happening, before that they will pray that these conditions will improve. Whenever they are creating that earthquake, so they will pray that these conditions will improve for the people who are remaining and living there. That is why you will always see that once that natural calamity happened, you see that better conditions were established there. That is what they are saying it here. Okay. Then Yeah, then when you are going to the third second death, right? When you are going from the astral plane to the, how it will happen from astral plane to the next plane. How this will happen is, whenever you are going from the astral plane to the next plane, it is like you will be sleeping in the astral plane, and you will be leaving that astral body and going. That's all. That simple as that. You will go to the next plane. Once you learn that, you have learned everything in the astral plane, and you are ready to activate your higher planes, the cells within you. You are trying to activate it. It is just like you are sleeping, and you can go. Here they are also saying that when you are leaving that astral body and going there to as a next plane, the mental plane, right? When you are going there, what they are saying is the leftover body, like here it's a physical body you are leaving, and which is nothing but the five elements, which is merging, right? All the five elements, it is merging. But there, when you are leaving that body, you will also leave that imprints of your brain, some of the things. So that shell, you are leaving that shell. Let us take you are leaving that shell and going, right? That shell, when you are leaving, it will also have some intelligence, not that all. So some brain waves will be there. So it takes some time to dissolve in the astral plane. Sometime when person is leaving your astral body there and leaving to the mental plane, so the some part of it will be there. So somebody else, there may be the practical joking people who wanted to get into that astral plane, that body, and they try to act like that. Sometimes that is what they are saying. So not only in the physical plane, there also you have this such a kind of things. So some people are saying that, suppose you go there and you saw your friend or whoever, so you are trying to talk to them, and they are giving all the answers very dumb. You may feel that she used to be so intelligent, what happened to her, why she is so dumb here? The thing is, it is not that, it is not, she is not there, she left her body, the astral plane body. Okay, she went to the next plane. That was only thing is, a bit of that astral her thing is there, so she can act as that same person, that name, whatever it is, right? She can act. It is not so. Only people, if you are a bit of smart enough, then you will be able to understand whether they are real people or they are just taking the shells and acting. So he is trying to give that kind of thing. So those shells will be there for a few weeks. So those weeks, those shells can be used by the other people also. Other people, in order to make a practical jokes kind of thing, they can use it, and they can act like that, and they can imitate them, those people, and they can use their bodies, their physical, their astral bodies, and they can just act on that. That is what he is saying. So that is about the astral plane. When you are leaving that astral plane, how it will happen. This is all that he has given the things, and he explained now the whole seven planes, what it is, and how the things are there. Now he is saying that, okay, all these days I have not allowed you to ask questions, many questions, because now whenever we are moving that, right, you may not actually know. You may be asking some of the questions where I will be explaining after 3 4 weeks, or after 3 4th hostel plane. You will, that is why I didn't allow you to ask many questions until now. The acharya is saying to Henry, so I didn't allow you to now, but now I'll, next class or next tomorrow, whenever I'm coming to you, I wanted to answer all your questions. So prepare all the questions. Until now, you whatever you are come, I know, like even our class, after 45 minutes of our 1 hour of our class, you have a lot of questions and we are answering. But we will see next class what are our Henry questions. other questions, right? So after listening to all these things, what and all that he had the questions, and how that definitely when he goes to astral planes and experienced all these things, his questions will be of the different level. Maybe some of our questions will be there also, right? So next class totally we will see what are our Henry questions and what are the Acharya's answers. So Acharya is saying that to the next I will answer all your questions, and mostly it all depends upon it will be very interesting class. I can say the chapter 9 is very interesting because we can see Henry in every one of us, because every one of us can identify with those questions, identify ourselves with those questions. We will have so many why now we all of us know why death, somebody has to die at early age, why some people are living long, all the things, right? Not only that kind of questions, many other questions like how the heaven is there, how the hell is there, why people will go there, it's the kind of things, right? So that will be interesting question and answer sessions for the next session. We will see. Until then, I'll come tomorrow. So prepare all your list of questions. So I'll come next week with all the questions as well as answers that I can say that Henry is giving. So with that, we concluded the chapter 8. Okay. So before we go to the question and answers, let's go to our meditation. Lavanya, you can share your.
Yeah.
Let us do a 10-minute a short meditation. Let's please sit in your comfortable posture. Cross your legs if you are sitting down, or cross your feet if you are sitting on sofa or a chair. Clasp your hands and close your eyes. We are locking our body not to pass our energy, whatever we are getting energy from the universe, the cosmic energy, we want to pass throughout our body. That's why we are locking the circuit by crossing legs and crossing our hands. Today, we will meditate on accelerating our growth. I'm just taking you to connect to the higher self and sending the light to your loved ones. And now, today, we will see accelerating our growth. Picture yourself while you are meditating. Picture yourself. Just take your picture. Grow smaller, smaller, smaller. Just going to the point of a light. Imagine yourself as a point of consciousness, a point of light, where the core of the body is there. You are now a dot with a bright light, traveling into the center of your nucleus, of your cells. Friends, you're traveling inside. You're traveling inside, going into the bright light. You are one among that light. You are one. In the nucleus of your cells, that is in your DNA, your life code is there. Ask your DNA to release any programs, decisions, and beliefs that are not serving your growth. Ask your DNA to remove all your old belief system. You do not know what is those beliefs that are not serving your purpose. Just ask your DNA to remove them. Ask your DNA to release them, which are not serving your purpose of growing into higher levels. Send love through your heart to your DNA. Surround your DNA with light. You can grow instantaneously when you leave all your old belief system. Think of a quality you would like to have right now, such as inner peace, a great focus, or self love. How long do you think you need to acquire it? A year, 5 years, or lifetime? No need, friends. You can just increase your experience right now at this moment. Stay to yourself with the feeling of conviction. I accept more of quality in my life. I accept gracefully, abundantly. I am now more peaceful, focused, and loving to myself. Affirm yourself. I will be peaceful and I am at peace. Your subconscious mind will not know the difference between what is true and what you think is to be true. So, whatever you think, it will become true. Reprogram your subconscious mind to accept these qualities in your life. It becomes your reality. Making your everyday life work is equally important to grow yourself spiritually. Let's take paying your rent or a mortgage, taking good care of yourself, taking care of your family is equally important to grow yourself spiritually. You can't put them all aside and think of growing spiritually. Those are all commitments you took and you want to do it this lifetime. So, friends, we have to experience them, we have to fulfill them, no escape. Spiritual growth is learning to make your life work in every area, from your relationships to family to your career and to your taking care of yourself. Everything is included to grow yourself spiritually. Everything you do, do with awareness, do with love. That gives you to an opportunity to grow. That gives you to become one with your higher self. You begin doing everything as an opportunity to grow yourself spiritually. Even everyday activities, also, like washing dishes, driving to work, everything you do, do it with love and see how different it is. You're accelerating your growth by accepting everything and loving everything that comes in your life. You think sometimes you will become perfect. You will love yourself when you become perfect. Nothing like that, friends. You start loving, start accepting yourself as you are. You are perfect now. Start finding good in yourself. Appreciate all the things you do well. Acknowledge the moments you like yourself. That helps you to grow yourself spiritually well. Each shift to your higher self or to your higher consciousness makes your next step easy. Your spiritual growth is the greatest contribution you can make to yourself. Take a moment, commit yourself. I now commit to my spiritual growth and make it as my highest priority. Think of spiritual growth is the greatest gift that you can give to yourself. You deserve it, friends. You deserve it. Enlightenment is possible in this lifetime for every one of us. So, reprogram our DNA, accept yourself. You can do it. We all will do it. Tell your DNA that you want to reach your highest potential in this lifetime itself. Ask your DNA to assist new programs, new beliefs, and new thoughts that make it possible to reach to your highest potential in this lifetime. Come back to your awareness, friends. Come back to your body awareness. Feel your body, feel your senses. Embrace the every opportunity that comes from now onwards to grow yourself spiritually. Please place your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come out of the meditation with a beautiful smile on your face. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lavanya connected to her higher self, and she couldn't come out of it, I guess.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay, no problem. So now session is open for question and answers. Our one interesting part of the session.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Amazing meditation script and music, Prasanna. It was a great Sandip.
Thank you, Sandeep.
Thank you, Prasanna. Yeah. I say the same thing. It was wonderful. Yeah. I did not know that the meditation was.
Yeah, I know that. I am
Yeah.
glad that the quick
Yeah.
meditation take you to the trance.
Yeah. Okay. So there are a few questions from MS. So let me just ask them. Um, that urge to move to next planes is similar to us on Earth strive to improve our learnings and go to new levels in our career and life. So if only we have that urge on a Earth plane, we'll have it in astral plane.
No, that urge in the career is the one thing that is physically growing, but also at some point, right? That's what they say, right? When at some point when you reach, usually those who go for the spiritually, that urge will be there even in the physical things, because once you reach to that, all your what do you say, all your wishes were fulfilled, then only your mind tend to go to that spirituality side. Suppose if you are not having the sufficient food or sufficient shelter and all, will you go to the spirituality? You will not, right? You will be striving there only, basically. So once you got all of them fulfilled, then at one point you will get that I need to go to the spirituality and see what it is. So at one point your mind will also go there. So yeah, once you have that urge in one place, when you are career wise, when you are growing, but when you come to the spirituality also, there also you'll show that kind of interest. That ego, whatever that urge ego, that thing is the base thing is there, the core thing will be there, right? That with your soul, that will be there. So that continues. So you will not say that one I have interest, one will not have that kind of thing.
If one does not have okay, if one does not have that urge on Earth, they may find it difficult, or will they just stuck in one plane for a long time?
That's what they are saying, right? 2 to 300 years they will struck in the astral plane, because there is nothing to learn, nothing to worry about, no need to work hard. Everything is coming with the thought to thing. So they will be the lazy people will struck there for longer time.
Knowing this truth that one's soul is fairly new, it motives further to learn more while we are here. That justifies the statement that we are here to learn as much as we can. Okay.
Yes, but yeah, we are here to learn as much as we can. But the thing is, again, right, and the baby soul. Let us take like you are in the first grader, right? Imagine that you are a first grader. You may not want to read the Shakespeare novel that time. You may be reading that, you may be learning a bit faster than the other people, right? So similarly, the new soul, baby soul, maybe in the what do you say, in the free will, it may want to learn other than the other souls, but may not be fully, because it takes some time.
Given that our Earth's age is more than 4.5 billion years, mankind has a history of few thousands only. Does astral world give any explanation on this? Like we are there many mass extinctions, natural calamities, or can we take it as mankind is a fairly new concept, only few thousand years, or we don't know about what happened before about mankind's many lost generations?
What I can say is, like, from the book that we have, what we have learned, right? So we have to, before we come to that mankind, we have to pass all these things, like a mineral kingdom. What is that next one? Is after mineral, it's a plant kingdom, then animal kingdom. We have to pass all these things and comes here. So maybe from the question I can say that maybe it took longer time to pass all these things, to learn all the qualities from there and come here as a human being in the, because we have learned so many things as a, we learn moving from the animal kingdom, we learn stay at one place and giving without expecting, only giving from the plant kingdom. So we all learn from the different kingdoms and came here. And I remember last session somebody asked like, did they meet the author meet his father, or somebody asked, right?
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
remember
Yes.
right, yeah, that came, that will come follows.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Everyone has a Shubha Dinakar. He said like Saturday afternoon of much needed meditation. It's in US probably.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Chandana also. It's a wonderful meditation session. IMS wonderful meditation guidance, Prasanna. So from Chandana, we pray our beloved ones after their death. Does that make them not go to higher astral levels because we are calling them again and again?
That is why they say, right, when the people are dying, it is not a good to cry for them.
Mm.
That's what the people will say, right? When you are crying for them, they also try to be bound to the earth planes, because you are longing for them. They want to belong for you. It will abstract their wish to move from the one plane to the another plane. They wanted to be in the earthbound planes things, right? That is why. So you will have some grief period, and after that you have to move on with your life, and you have to let them move on to their life also. So it is not good. Praying is different, but longing for it, missing them, crying for them, this is not good.
So, yeah, from MS, is it not those babies, that is, baby souls who don't care, more ruthless, outspoken, or more successful in this world, that they only concentrate and progress on worldly things rather than spiritual?
If their path is like that, right? Suppose I wanted to enjoy all the riches in the world, that is what they have come. So they will be ruthless. Yes, they will be because that is their life plan. They came for that. Again, I'm saying, right, the 30% only you will be written your fate and come. But then the 30%, suppose you want to born as a rich and want to really, but the remaining 70%, if you adapt your qualities, how you adapt, the richness came because you wanted to read, but how that richness you have used, are you the ruthless to the other people, are you a kind to the other people, compassionate to the other people, how you have used your word, there you are actually what do you say, you are actually incorporating your karma again. The remaining 70% of the time, whatever you are doing, it is carrying to the next life. 30% is already you have taken it, and 70% you are accumulating it now. 70% of the time. So that is there in the free will, your free will.
Thank you, Prasanna. Um, yeah, Chandana was satisfied with the answer. From MS again. That's great. If one has urge to learn something and is focused on the earth, he or she will get the knowledge or help from astral being as well. That's a wonderful thing.
Yes, yes. They will help you. They'll help you to, if you are doing something useful to the mankind and you are trying to work on it, they will also work in the astral plane and they will give you the ideas.
Going back to research, probably still writing.
Okay.
Any other friends? Any other questions, friends? Yeah. So MS is satisfied with his answers and very sensible answers. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, now that you have satisfied with your answers, but you will be getting, you will listen next class. What are our others questions after going to the astral planes and experiencing all these things? What other will ask? his questions. There will be two occasions where Adar will ask very very good questions. One is now he is asking the acharya, right? Now he is asking the acharya. That's a one time. And when he reached to the sixth or seventh plane, he asks, in the sense their asking is different. There you say, right, you don't need to ask with your mouth, there's no conversations. So just the moment he get the thought, the answer also comes to his thought. So so that these two things you feel like wonderful. Next session definitely don't miss, because you will see what are the questions that other is asking and how he is answering that. So I'll try to answer as acharya. I'll try to go through all the questions and come up with that. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you
Okay.
everyone for joining and making these sessions interesting. Basically, along with you, I'm learning again and again this session. Thank you all for a wonderful time that you are spending to learn this soul's knowledge.
Thank you, Prasanna. And regarding meditation, I would like to ask few questions,
Sure.
because so if a person who is doing meditation and is like off and on, he or she is doing meditation. So
Mm-hmm.
so will it be? I mean, because it's been asked. So will there be any impact, or like what kind of? I mean, is it okay to do like that? Or yeah, or is it has to be a continuous thing to do, or like a few days I'll do and few days I won't, so will that be fine as well?
No, it is always fine. Not doing it is always fine, right? Suppose if not doing, for suppose if you, it is not possible to do all 7 days for you. Let us take, if you can do only 5 days. 5 days doing is always better than doing nothing, no days. Okay, but why they're asking is, right, to get that, to absorb that universal cosmic energy. Once you know exactly that you can get the cosmic energy, suppose you until now we know that by eating some food we'll get energy, by eating this food we'll get these vitamins, by eating that food we'll get that thing. But without eating anything, just close your eyes, you can draw the energy from the cosmos, and with that energy you can work on. When you realize that, that question won't come. When you actually feel that energy, that's all I can say. If you feel that energy, that question won't come. Yes, even after knowing all the things, some days will be there where I may not able to get up in the morning, I'll not find time to do the meditation at all, that the entire day. But if I see, if I feel that no, 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 I want to do it at least half an hour, I'll do it 10:30 or 11 and then sleep. Or sometimes I may not do it. But the thing is, it is not the sin or anything. But when you have that feeling, right, you try to make time at least next day. That's what it
Yeah. So here, few comments from MS. Thanks. As a very underquoted thing to say thanks work, but Prasanna and Lavanya appreciate your knowledge, patience in running these sessions. Thank you, Prasanna, once again.
is. Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
clarified or justified some very good couple of questions that I had very from a very long time in this session. Yeah, he got answered.
That's
And
nice.
regarding meditation, so yeah, it's a mandatory to. It's like not mandatory. It's like it's a good thing to do according to their age. This many
Age. Yes.
minutes. Yes, and few people would do more than many hours, like couple hours. There's few people would sit for 3 hours, 4 hours, and something. How could one will be able to attain that state? I mean, how would you suggest the progress from a minimum of starting from 5 minutes? Like, how would they able to go to that kind of
No, this
um,
is all again, it is all individual understanding, right? It is all individual understanding and it's, I cannot say the capacity. Every one of us has the same capacity. Only
yeah,
thing is you will have that urge, right? Again, that urge should be there. Like, so once you understand, like, yeah, initially when I'm doing like 3 hours of meditation, when I'm doing some program, inner journey programs and all, I don't feel like eating anything also. Just for the namesake, I used to have some food in the lunch. That's all. I didn't have any dinner or any no breakfast, nothing. So that kind of energy when you are feeling, you can do it. But later, with so many things that are going on in life, so many, suppose I'm spending like few hours here in the classes morning guiding the meditation of a couple of hours, then I may not getting that time. So that time it is okay, at least if you can do that, at least to your age and things. But in order to achieve that state, right, because how come, because it is not that how come I'm able to explain or clarify the questions, right? This is all comes from when you are connecting to your higher self, higher knowledge, somewhere that knowledge, right? How can you connect to that knowledge is only when you do that deep meditation, when you go to that state, then only you'll be able to get that one. It is not that I won't remember all the things. That is sure, right? Even though I might have read like two, three books on the soul's things, but I may not remember as soon as you are asking the question. How it is able to, I have to believe that there is some force that which I connected previously to that higher states is coming and helping to respond to your questions. If you think that I, the ego, right, if I'm doing that, the moment it comes, that's what I always say, the moment you say that I'm doing that kind of thing, it comes, you're gone. Even the acharya, when he is doing that, I'm so much indebted, he said, no, 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 that's nothing like that. For everything it comes to a purpose. Okay, everything it comes to a purpose. Suppose I don't know who got that idea, like want to have that soul's journey from your place. So those people want to connect and learn this. There is a purpose for that. That is why all the dots were connected. Similarly, whenever you got that opportunity, right? So there will be, as I told you, the 30% you'll get, but 70% you have to. That's why they say that because I'm a follower of Baba, I always get the quote from there. If you think that the food will come, because when the God is there for me, He is the creator, the food will come, the shelter will come. Yes, you can depend on those things on the God. But in order to attain that soul's knowledge, that Atma Gnanam, right? So for that, you have to strive yourself, because this is the actual intellect that you are actually collecting it. You have to go and try to go back to your home in order to, so you have to attain all these things. For this, you have to show the more interest. That won't come, the God will not give you. God is giving you all other things to have a safe life, cool life. But then whether you are going to go sleep lazily or get up and read these things and know the things, that is all depends upon, or you have to do in your free will. Okay, that how it comes, nothing like, you should develop your interest. How come there are so many people are there in Australia, only 10 people are coming and opening, sitting here in the morning 6 o'clock? Because you have that interest. So that other people have to try to get that interest. You may have to introduce few other people. Okay, come to this. If you tell 10 people, maybe one or two people will come. But that's okay, at least those things will happen. So this is all the interest that we have to develop.
Yes, got it. Yeah, thank you, Prasanna. So, because these are questions as well, like, I mean, coming from you, it would be a good explanation. So, I wanted you to, yeah. Um, Friends, do anyone has any more questions?
I think we are good today.
I think we are good. Yeah, I think we are good. Thank you, Prasanna. Thank you a lot.
Next, after listening to that, others questions, you will get questions, I'm sure. Let us
Yeah,
see.
yes.
Okay, I'm also interestingly waiting to teach the next class more than
How
this.
look forward for it eagerly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank you.
friends.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
all.
everyone.